Hi guys, it's Ben at Boring Crypto. It's great to be with you again for another tutorial. Today it's going to be a bit of a comparison for you really, for those people that are new into the game that don't really understand the difference in the blockchains and that kind of thing. This is for you. More so than those people that have been in for a long time. You're probably well aware of this video. Always worth a watch anyway. I think you can always pick up maybe something a little bit new. Okay, so today what I was intending on doing is coming across here onto Uniswap, swapping some USDT, $100 worth for USDC, and then I was going to bridge that USDC from Ethereum over to the Stellar blockchain. Now, if you don't understand bridging, essentially what it does is it allows us, if you imagine two railway tracks parallel, it allows us to go from one railway track up over the pedestrian footbridge back to the other railway track. Okay, so take assets from one and move them on to the other network, which is brilliant because if we're getting into, we see a new project, Lumenswap, for example, we see Lumenswap and it's like, we go, wow, we need to buy some LSP, but we need to get some of our ETH across. We can swap the ETH for the USDC, bridge that across onto Stellar, away we go. So these bridges are popping up everywhere and they are fantastic. Some can be a bit laggy, some can take some time, but generally speaking, they are brilliant and they really help us, save us a lot of time from going into centralized exchanges, swapping assets, coming back out again. That can be really laggy, and we don't want to be doing that with all the friction involved, do we? So anyway, I was doing this swap. Right, and when I try and conduct this, we'll just give you an example now. If I was to actually just click swap here, so I'm trying to swap $100 of this little balance, and bearing in mind this is just a like a tutorial wallet that I use for people to explain how things work. So it's only a small balance of a couple of $100, and we're just taking this, right, $100 here of USDT, turning it into USDC, so then I can bridge that across onto Stellar, right? So if we click swap, you'll see we'll get a pop-up. We'll see a little bit of information there, but we'll get a pop-up in this corner here, and it will tell us a price. You can see it's $7, right? Let's just forget that. Let's pull up, let's reject that. We don't want to actually do it. Reject. And reject. Okay, so it's cancelled. Let's get rid of all this. Okay, so you can see that that wanted to charge me $7 for the transfer. First time when you're using the protocol here, the Uniswap protocol, first time you do that, that will ask you to first of all approve the asset so that the Uniswap protocol can use it, right? They charge you for that too. So there's a first confirmation you need to do, $7, $8, and then another one, right? And let's just go and have a look at the Block Explorer and see that I tried to do this earlier, right? So we're having a look at Etherscan. We can see, first of all, let's have a look at this one. We can see around about 4 hours ago, I tried to transact, yeah? Or I did transact this one, first of all, the USDT, yeah, for trade. That's all I did. I just approved it for trade. It's cost me $6.28. Yeah, $6.28. Right? It's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah. Even for you people that are new in and you've only got a small amount of crypto, that's a big chunk already. Then the next step, when you've approved it, is you have to actually do the swap, which is what I've just shown you. Yeah, which was, what did it say? $7 odd still. Right, to do the swap. So that's like 15% now, isn't it, of my $100? The, two lots of sort of $7+ is 14-15% of this 100 that I'm having to pay in ETH in gas fees, right? Each blockchain has its own native token. Stellar's is XLM. The Ethereum network is Ether, and you'd have to spend some $15 worth of ETH to get this approved and swapped. Yeah, that's a hell of a lot. Guess what? It didn't go through. It failed. Even though I did it fast. It failed and it still charged me $3.69. So coupled with the $6 odd that I just looked at, that's $10. It's cost me $10 and nothing's happened. Right? Nothing has happened. So when we come up to here, you can still see the $100 trade is still waiting to be executed, but it's cost me $10. I've got nothing to show for it at all, right? $10 has just gone down the pan. And I'm like, okay, well, I was doing it for a tutorial, right? So I still need to do this. So I still need to pay. So then there's going to be another fee on top, as you just seen then. It's trying to charge me another 7. That's 17. I'm now running at 17% of what I'm trying to transfer, paying out in gas. That is just not viable for new people into crypto. 17% fees in gas. Yeah, and one failed transaction, obviously, right? It's just not viable, is it? Yeah, if you're only putting $100 in, you don't want to be losing, but you need to make 17% gains, don't you? When you hit, to get back up, right, to your level, right? If you've lost that 17, you need to make that back, right? Just to break even, right? So you're already behind before you've begun. So let's just jump across. Let's have a little look. What is different? So as this is a tutorial wallet for me to illuminate how to do things, I also have one over here, right? This one here doesn't have any LSP in it. It's simply got a few XLM floating around waiting for me to show you just how fast and how cheap. So we go, if we run comparison now, we're comparing, right, Ethereum network to Stellar network. So I want to now transact, 20 of these little XLMs that I've got stashed away here in this tutorial wallet, and I want to buy some Lumenswap tokens. So I'm just going to put 20 of my tokens, and I'm going to get 66 of these. Right, you can see all of the different functionalities I've already spoken to you about. It's not about that. And we're going to swap this. So it's asking me to confirm. Right, I've never swapped any XLM for LSP here. Right, so it's asking me to confirm this. It's not asking me to approve it at the moment. Right, so it's waiting for me to sign. I can enter the password. Yeah, we can pop that in. We can scroll down, we can confirm transactions. So that's sending to the network. Wait for it. Like I said, it normally takes 3 to 5 seconds. There we go. Bam, done. Right, we can see now that we've got the LSP arrived in our wallet balance. There, boom. Right, we're going to view this on the Explorer. So I want to just show you, this has cost me 100 stroops. You get charged 100 stroops. A stroop being a small part thereof of a whole XLM token. It's broken down 7 decimal places. Each part, small part of an XLM token is called a stroop. So the transaction fee is 100 stroops. If we come across and we have a look at the moment, where are we? Here we go. And we have a look at the price against the USDC, 1XLM. It's 30 cents. Yeah, 30 cents. So it's cost me like, is it 300 thousandths? Sorry, 300 thousandths of 1 XLM. So of 30 cents. That's what that's actually cost me, right? Because it's, remember, 7 decimal places. So there's another 4 decimal places before the whole XLM token. It's gone through super fast, that swap has. So you see from a newbie's no coiner's perspective, just how quick, how easy, how seamless that was to use Lumenswap, how cheap it was. It's gone through that quickly. Of course, we've got to get our assets into XLM. But as soon as we come into the space, we can actually buy into. We can use Lobster Wallet, we can use Crypto.com, we can use Coinbase, and we can buy straight into XLM, straight away from fiat. We don't have to go through bridging. So you then enter this ultra fast, ultra cheap method of transacting value. Now, let's add the layer of Protocol 18 automated market makers into this mix in a couple of months' time. Can you see now how we can farm, transact, conduct authorizations, approvals, swaps, all the stuff for 300,000th of an XLM token against the clunky and really expensive network that is Ethereum. So for me, it's a simple choice. When you've been in the space a while, it's very easy to go, okay, I'm avoiding this one. If I was to say, give you another tip, it would be, if we're transacting value from maybe one place to another, then no matter what asset it is, turn it into a cheap asset. And we know that XLM is super cheap to send. So if you're sending Bitcoin from one place to another, I would sooner you swap your Bitcoin for X. But if both of these assets are on the exchanges or in the wallets, etc., that you've got, swap into XLM, send the XLM across, and then at the other end, swap the XLM back, say, for a Bitcoin, and use it as that method of transacting value from one place to another on the blockchain. Makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Why would you pay $25, $30 on Bitcoin Legacy, or even some of the SegWit transactions can get quite costly? So why would you do that? Or why would you send ETH if you could send it across to a centralized exchange, if that's what you're doing anyway, and then transfer it back when you get to the other end? It's going to cost you minimal amount against these kind of huge fees. What I've just explained to you today, you don't want to be paying this when you're new in. So I hope this has kind of helped you as a new person see why we are so excited about the arrival of DeFi and the incredible tsunami of liquidity and capital that is coming in the next couple of months, because the network is built for it. It's built for noobs. It's built for no coiners to come in and to start learning the trade or learning how to use DeFi to change their financial futures right here in Lumenswap, paired, a match made in heaven, paired with the Stellar Ledger. Cheers, guys. Look forward to joining the next video. Speak to you soon.